In 1968, Congressman J. Roush of Indiana chaired the House Committee on Sciences and Astronautics Symposium on UFOs. Congressman, do you believe UFOs are somebody else's spacecraft?
Well, I hesitate in answering the question only because of this. I don't know, but my imagination tells me that perhaps, just perhaps, there is something that would permit a man to travel faster than light. Perhaps there is something that would permit an intelligent form of life from another planet revolving around another star to make that long trip. A few years ago, I conducted a symposium here on Capitol Hill, and the participants of the symposium were scientists of some renown. They were scientists who had an interest in UFOs. And during the course of that symposium, photos were presented which purported to be UFOs.
One of the scientists who analyzed the photographs at Congressman Roush's hearings was Dr. Robert M.L. Baker, Jr., who has consented to evaluate for us 2 UFO films from the files of the Smithsonian Institute in Washington, D.C.
We see here the Montana 1950 film showing 2 bright objects taken by Nicholas Mariana of Great Falls, Montana. The natural phenomena that is often given as a source of these images is airplane reflections. Airplanes, unless moving at unrealistically high speeds, would have to be so close to the observer as to be identified as airplanes in order for them to portray the kind of motion seen on the film. I don't concede these images to be airplanes, airplane reflections, comets, or other well-understood natural phenomena.
We don't know whether these are sophisticated weapons. Everyone denies that they are. Our own country denies that they are sophisticated weapons of this country.
This film was taken in 1952 by Delbert Newhouse, a Navy photographer, near Tremonton, Utah. He estimated that there were approximately a dozen metallic objects shaped like 2 saucers, one inverted on top of the other. The official explanation was that the objects were a flock of soaring gulls. But Dr. Baker had this to say.
Birds, such as gulls, simply don't make the kinds of accelerated turns at high speeds that were measured on the film. There also exists some meteorological data that would indicate that there were no updrafts that could have allowed the birds to maintain flight for long periods by simply spiraling.
It would seem more likely to me that it is some natural phenomena or even possibly something from outer space.
People want to know what a UFO is, and therefore any chance that we have to learn, we should take advantage of it. When you tell an American, I can't explain it, he wants to know, why can't you explain it? Why doesn't someone explain it? I want someone to explain it. And I think that kind of pressure is going to change the view of many government officials and members of Congress in the future. I think the people should be told. I think there's nothing which is more frightening than to be confronted with something that is new, and particularly in this area. And through knowledge, we can perhaps relieve the fears of a lot of people. I want to know. I should know. I deserve to know. And this curiosity which I have and which is whetted by the various sightings is such that I want to pursue it, just as I think the great majority of the American people would like to pursue the question in order to come to the place where they have an answer.